In this video, we're going to share how we live on this beautiful island for a year, and our budget per month is only $700 to $800, which covers everything. If you're interested, hit that subscribe button and join us as we share how to live on a small budget in Boracay Island.
So we thought we'd make a video about our thoughts on living in one of the nicest islands in the Philippines. Okay, so why don't we give everyone an overview of where Boracay is in relation to the rest of the Philippines, what the island is like.
Boracay is north of Caticlan.
Caticlan is one of the larger islands.
That's the mainland, but Boracay is still part of main Caticlan Island.
So it's a small island.
Yeah.
But there must be, 50 to 100 different hotels just on the west part of the island alone. To go to the east part would only take a 15-minute walk to be on the east side of the island. Less hotels there. It's less busy. It obviously doesn't have as pretty sunsets because the sunsets are on this side where we're at,
But
the west side.
the sunrise in the other
The sunrise is in the east. The west side is more popular. There's more calm wind conditions on the west side. And as a result of most of the wind coming from the east, it has less debris that washes up on the shore. If you go to the east side, there's lots of seaweed and trash, basically.
Yeah, but in the west, every day there's someone who's cleaning the whole beach.
It gets much more attention in terms of someone coming along and sweeping up or raking up the seaweed or whatever. So the beaches are a lot nicer on the west side. And there's a lot more restaurants and shops, and pretty much all the action is on the west side with, some small exceptions.
In Boracay, this is actually the main beach.
Yeah.
The station 1, 2, and 3.
When you see most of the videos or photos of Boracay, it's the West Beach, Station 1, 2, and 3. If you want more quiet, if you don't want as many tourists around, or you want to be able to kind of have some space of your own on the beach on the east side, but you don't mind having a little bit of seaweed here and there on the beaches, then the west side might be better.
Yeah.
We're talking about a couple that moved here and kind of lived here for a year, so we're not as into maybe being around all the tourists and all the loud noises as some people might. But if you're just here for a week and you want a more exciting time, then the west side is definitely recommended.
Yeah.
That being said, I think you can kind of get the best of both worlds if you come down to Station 3, which is sort of the least busy station of the 3 stations on the west side.
Yeah, but if you actually want to have fun here in Boracay Island, the recommendation is Station 2. It's more busier, more lively.
Yeah, but it really is busy. Sometimes you can barely walk on the beach, especially during sunset, which is, literally every person that's trying to get an Instagram photo or TikTok or whatever, they come here at sunset.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the middle of the day, I guess I'll do a quick pan around. In the middle of the day, there's not that many people. We're kind of hiding, but pretty quiet in the middle of the day. So if you just like sunbathing or chilling out by the beach and you don't mind getting sunburned.
This is the best hour because Filipina don't want to get dark.
Yeah, exactly. So anywhere you go on the west side is kind of going to be a lot of people, but it's not as bad. Station 3.
Yeah.
Which is, the south side of the west side. And it's also, in my opinion, the nicest one because it has more beach.
Yeah. If you actually want to be quiet and budget friendly, Station 3 is the best. Most expat actually stay in Station 3.
Yeah, but if you're just here for a week and you don't mind the crowds, then maybe that's what you want.
Yeah.
But if you're going to live here, which is mostly what our video is going to be geared towards, I would recommend Station 3 personally.
Yeah.
Unless you already have a scooter and you don't mind sort of scooting around. Although, if you're further north, Station 1 or northern is maybe better because it's easier to get to the supermarkets.
Yeah, but Station 3 is just a few minutes.
Everything is relatively close.
Yeah.
They have, you should probably talk about the transportation options.
Oh, yeah. There's 3 transportation. The e-trike, single motorcycle and the hop on, hop off.
Just like the rest of the Philippines, they have trikes, or what are they called here? Tricycle.
Mm-hmm.
Tuk-tuks, tricycle, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you can hire the whole thing up and down the main. There's only one main road, really.
Yeah.
Up and down the main road, you can hire the whole thing for 150 pesos, which
Yeah.
is about $3, a little less than $3.
Yeah.
Or if you don't mind sharing with other people, what is it? 15 or 25 pesos.
So the single one is just like 30 pesos to 100 pesos range.
There's probably only a few hundred trikes
Yeah.
up and down the road all the time.
So
You
it's
only wait like 10 seconds.
just a small island, but it's a lot of transportation.
Yeah.
Like
So
sometimes you get
my
traffic.
advice is skip renting a motorcycle unless it's for like a day trip or whatever.
Yeah. One thing about Boracay is there's no Grab. So you need to go there to order your own food.
There are a few places that I believe will deliver for you, like McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's my biggest con about Boracay living here
Mm-hmm.
is the food and shopping options are more limited, so the prices are a little bit more for
Yeah.
food and shopping, and they don't have any Grab,
Mm-hmm.
which is really annoying. Not for the ride part, but like just being able to order food. That's really convenient. Grab, by the way, if you're not familiar, is sort of like Uber or Lyft or basically the ride sharing apps that will bring you food.
Yeah. We're talking about the food. All the food here in Boracay is all transported from the other island
From the main island
or in Manila. So
or
That's-
Cataclan, which is the big
yeah.
island.
So that's why they said Boracay is really expensive because everything here is transported from the other island. Like one thing about I forgot to say, if you want to buy a fish, just buy like when you know it's fresh.
Yeah.
Because last time when I buy a fish, she got poisoned.
But because we're living here, we basically got an apartment which has a kitchen.
Yeah.
The first 6 months we were here, we rented a place that was about $600 or $700 a month plus utilities.
Yeah.
And then we basically found a place that was
Like-
more than half that. I think we pay about
200.
just a little bit more than $200 a month
Yeah.
plus utilities, so it's about $300.
But it's actually relatively the same place.
Yeah,
Same
it has almost all the same features. It has a kitchen,
Yeah.
air conditioner, but it doesn't have generator.
That's one thing.
Yeah, but if you're here long term, you're going to want to get a kitchen with a rice cooker and a water boiler or whatever, and you'll save enormous amounts of money.
Yeah.
By cooking your own food, obviously. So the food in the grocery stores, it's probably about 20% more expensive than in Manila,
Manila.
but it's still dramatically cheaper than the restaurant options, which for the Philippines, I would consider expensive.
Expensive.
It's still probably less money than you would pay if you went to a restaurant in America of the similar quality. But it's still for the Philippines kind of expensive. So you're looking at like at least $5 to $10 for a meal. I mean, just the food.
Because
Drinks are about $3 to $5 to $6, which is pretty
Yeah.
expensive with the
yeah,
Philippines.
because actually I think it's because like this is the tourist area.
Well, of course, yeah.
Tourists go here,
yeah,
so they
like,
spend
if you're
more
living
money.
here and you plan on eating out every day, you want a budget. I would imagine at least at minimum $10 per day per person,
Mm-hmm.
and that's minimum. Like if you're going to like the cheaper places, I would budget $20 per day per person if you're living here and you don't want to cook.
Yeah.
The last 6 months we pared it down to the cheap rent
Yeah,
and the cheap, basically mostly buying from grocery stores. I
groceries.
think our expenses are down to $700 or $800 a month.
Yeah, with
Everything, food,
Food.
utilities, internet. That includes the Starlink that we brought in from England.
yeah, it's really depends on your lifestyle. But if you want to eat every day in a restaurant, if you want to have generator, you need to spend more than that. And the electricity here in Boracay Island sometimes twice a week get run out. So this is us when it's run out here in the Philippines. But they actually give you a message that they will cut off
Sometimes,
sometimes.
yeah.
But there is last time that we got almost 24 hours. Burn out now and they don't know when is the electricity will come back. It's actually start at 8 p.m. last night and it's already 9 a.m. So This is the problem of Boracay, and they don't even give us a notice that they will cut the electricity. And I asked some people outside is when is electricity will come back, and they don't know actually. So
Yeah, that doesn't happen
electricity
as
out.
often. If it does go out, it's usually between 8 and 12 hours.
Yeah,
Like I would say the average is every 3 weeks.
yeah.
It goes out about 12 hours. Sometimes it's overnight, so you barely notice it, except it's hot with the air conditioning on.
And you wanna go out to the beach to get some air?
Yeah, you can avoid that if you're willing to pay more than double.
Yeah.
Like to me, having the power go out once every 3 weeks, I don't think it's worth paying an extra $400, literally, just to have that generator be able to kick on every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But maybe for you it is. That's the only major difference in terms of like trying to keep your expenses low and living here. If you want to have a nice place with the generator and all, like basically eat out every meal, you're looking at just under $2,000 a month, I would say. Right?
Yeah.
If you have a place with a generator
Oh yeah.
and you're
That's
going at the beach and you're eating all your meals out if you want, it's going to be less than two.
Yeah, that's actually like a luxury
Of
here.
course, you can spend, like, the only reason you would end up spending more is if you wanted to live, like, literally right on the beach.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think it's worth living on the beach because it's noisy. Like,
So much kids.
and then, like, where we live, what do we pay? Like, including utilities, basically $300 a month.
A month.
And it's literally a 3-minute walk. And to me, a 3-minute walk is nice. That being said, we do hear a lot of roosters all the time.
That's
It's pretty bad. Eventually, your brain tunes it out, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie about that. Like, I don't know how much money you'd have to pay to not hear roosters in the Philippines, but it's a lot. You'd have to have a big acreage. Pretty much everyone seems to have at least one or two roosters.
yeah. Like actually in front of our house is like a rooster, lots of rooster in there.
Yeah, I have bad ears, so I'm kind of lucky. I have to use like hearing aids basically.
Yeah.
Noise canceling headphones will help, but at nighttime, they're not that bad at night, right?
Yeah, like it's just in the morning, early in the morning, they're
Early in
like
the morning
noisy.
and pretty much all day.
Let's gonna talk about activity here in Boracay. So I've been asking those local here who's selling their activities, the activities of like parasailing, land tour.
Basically, hiring a boat of
Yeah.
any kind, catamarans, power boats, jet skis,
Yeah.
parasailing. There's usually like 20 of them going off all the time.
Every afternoon.
There's like booze cruise boats for like partying right before
Yeah.
sunset. There's whole day trips, which we did. Check out our video. I'm just going to point like this and do your magic. Check out that video. But those activities that they sell, don't buy them from like the guys that try to get you to buy stuff when you're walking up and down the beach. Just ignore that. Who should you buy from?
You actually can buy it if you want to have legit. Don't get scammed. It's better to buy in the stall that someone's selling that's activity.
Just buy from where there's two main piers in between station 2 and 3 and in between station
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Yeah, you can actually see the tent that
Yeah, there's tents set up right where the piers are, and all those people are official,
yeah.
and they all basically get 10% commission. It's just like the standard rate.
Yeah.
If you buy one of these things from a flyer from some guy that's just random on the beach, he might be legit or he might not. The only way to really get the legit thing is to go to the tents right where the piers are.
Yeah.
That's our biggest recommendation.
They actually don't have a lower price and higher price because everything here is managed by the LGU, so the price is all the same. It's better to be, safe than sorry.
Been here for a year. We haven't worried that much about crime. I think it's a fairly safe island, other than that person that got murdered.
I don't really know what happened, but
We don't know, but
they just found their body after 3 days.
yeah,
3 days of searching. It's actually in this island on the west side. This is west, right?
yeah.
Like it's actually safe because there is some police.
Point is, we've always felt safe, but we've also been like in the sort of busy, sort of west side of the island. South to middle of the island is extremely busy. The north part of the island is way less people. It's much more serene. And it's probably just as safe. It's just some random psychopath,
Yeah.
unfortunately, was able to convince someone to, take a ride with them.
Mhm.
So just be careful if you are going to be traveling around the island by yourself. Stick to the main roads and only take official tuk-tuks.
Yeah. Even at night, it's still safe. Like we actually see those. What is it? Lady of the night.
Yeah, in the evening, there are women that are looking for temporary partnerships, probably for a fee.
Yeah.
Um, I I know just from browsing the internet that basically the fees range from 1,000 to.
How did you know that?
I was on Reddit.
Oh.
Yeah, like I think it's about 1,000 for an hour or something. Obviously, you guys are just gonna hold hands.
Yeah. Nightlife here in Boracay is not really like busy like Thailand, but it's okay, but it's not like really busy.
Yeah,
Like it's normal day.
like if you have ever been to Thailand, this is a completely different universe in the Philippines
Yeah.
in general. It's not a party country. The
Mm-hmm.
whole country does not party. Obviously, there's going to be a few bars where people, Westerners are there and they're having fun.
Yeah.
Um,
There's
but it's not like Thailand where it seems like the entire street is partying.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
not here because we still
It's a
have
much more conservative.
conservative country.
It really is. I would say, as far as in nightlife goes, Boracay is probably the most busy place, even outside of BGC,
Yeah.
because there's just so many places all in one concentrated strip on the west side.
Mhm.
There are a few places in town that are cool. We haven't done a lot of exploration normally. It's like we're on the island, we want to be by the beach. So I definitely recommend it because we enjoyed being by the beach, like playing frisbee.
Mhm.
And the air quality obviously is way better here because you're not in the middle of a big city and we're right on the ocean. So that spring lifts your spirits more to
Yeah.
constantly see
There's
people's sunsets.
yeah, there's more things to do than
Yeah.
in big
We
city.
obviously explored the north side of the island. There's other beaches. I mean, it's all
Yeah,
basically the
there's
same.
actually a lot of
No, get it. It's beaches and water.
there is a lot of public beach here that
Yeah.
we
If you
go
don't like crowds, there's definitely beaches to
yeah
go to.
a lot.
If you don't mind a little trek to the north side or even the east side,
Yeah.
there's like little private beaches. They're semi-private, just
Mhm.
in that they're harder to get to.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it. I'm glad I've been here.
That's the end of our video. And if you have any question, put it on the comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.